We'll begin this at 10:10 when we start this. Actually, we're just going to get started now. Good evening and welcome to the Halo Sports Network. It is Tier 4 action here in the Old Football League, Season 48. Hope you guys have had a great Thursday as we come up to July 4th. I'm Halo. As you should already know, it is the Highland Huskies and the Millikan Rams. Turn your mic up. It is the Highland Huskies and the Millikan Rams here in action. Tier 4. Both teams coming into this game 0-1 in Series 1. The Huskies losing 48-12, getting steamrolled by Lily and the Bucks, as Lily had 6 total touchdowns in that game. And the Rams coming off a last-second finish against Rockford 35-38. Huskies obviously in trouble. Both teams in trouble of losing their stance in Tier 4. Before we get started with this game, let's actually take a look at the Tier 4 standings here. Both the Huskies and the Rams sitting right outside the stay in Tier 4 lane. And they will both go to Tier 5 if something does not happen for either of them. The Rams won the toss and elected to defer, so Jemsta, their quarterback, will be in as their kicker as well. And off we go here in Millikan, and a great kick by Jemsta goes for a touchback. And we will see the Season 48 debut of Mateo, who we have obviously seen so many times. OFL veteran, 36 touchdowns last season in Season 47. And looks like I am wrong. Mateo is not here, so we will be getting 14 Rob at quarterback to start unless they call timeouts. And here it is, 14 Rob under center. He'll run right up the middle. And Kunsa will make the tackle to pick up 7. We were awaiting the season debut of Mateo, but there was a flag, a dive on Nut Drag, so that'll bring it back 10 yards. And we'll see KW in at quarterback instead. He was just signed today to the Huskies, and he will fill in as the backup quarterback. Hopefully we do see Mateo soon, as we'll get back to his story shortly. KW from the 5-yard line on 1st and 25 now. Great lane there from Beans. It'll hit Smith 6 along outside the numbers for a gain of 14 on 1st down and very long. Smith 6, longtime veteran in the OFL as well. KW looking to direct traffic on 2nd down and long after the Smith 6 catch. Say that 5 times fast. Smith 6. Got the playoff right out the 1 second. KW under pressure already, back inside his own end zone, and he will go down. That is Dex, who we will get to shortly. Once we see the Rams on offense, Dex, the rookie, getting the safety for the Rams, and what a great start for this Millikan defense. Still no sight of Mateo, unfortunately. And the Huskies only have 7 on the field. And there is Mateo. He is here. But it is too late. They've already got the safety. I want to thank everybody for joining today. Don't have too many in just yet, but we'll see some more later. Lad McConkey, the kick returner in the back, will take it and go straight to the right, going towards the numbers. Some decent blocks for the Rams, and he gets down to the 29, Armando Grinds, making the tackle. We'll see Jemsta, who looks to be on a redemption tour thus far, playing tremendously over 1,000 yards in 2 games for the Rams. Jemsta on 1st down right at the 29-yard line, And he will roll right up the middle for a quick run. Pick up 7, Smith 6 with the tackle. Jemsta here on second down, looking for a lane from Dex, the rookie. Pressured back inside his own end zone now. He will throw wide open on the sideline as Cardi Dread, his #1 receiver for the year, already over 400 yards with 2 touchdowns on the year, his 16th reception of the season. Their next best receiver is their tight end, Kunsa, I mentioned before, with 215. New set of downs for the Rams. Jem not getting much here from his center, but he'll throw to the sideline, incomplete. Look to be intended for Ladd McConkey. So bring up a 2nd down and 15. Gemstone, the Rams, looking to possibly stay in Tier 4. Here's a quick throw, Cardi Dread, and it is incomplete over the head of his #1 receiver. The second incompletion thrown by Jemsta on this drive. It'll bring up a 3rd down for the Rams. Jemsta will take the snap and roll inside the hashes as he gets a lane from Dex on the left side. But he will not take it. Has time, throws, and it is caught. Kunsa, the tight end. But he is short of a 1st down. And it will be a forced field goal. So either way, this game will stay a 1-possession game. Jemsta back as the kicker. Still deciding on who's going to be the holder. Looks like it's going to be Subi. And throws it. It is swatted. Mateo. Tremendous stack from the Huskies. Despite the patience from Jemsta, the Huskies still get the swat. And there is Mateo instantly making an impact. After this play, I'll show that graphic one more time of his final stats from last season. But Mateo, along the left side, gets a lane back out from 15 Zev. Mateo, all the tomb to run, goes deep for the home run ball. And it is caught. 14 Rob along the sideline, inside the red zone, going right over Jemsta. And we'll take one more look at Mateo's stats from season 47, taking over this week after Chase Evert, their former quarterback, chose not to quarterback after their loss to the Bucks. And here's Mateo, going to run right up the middle. Jemsta will make the tackle immediately for a gain of 2. So here on 2nd down and goal, Huskies looking to reach pay dirt for the first time this game and get on the board. Mateo on 2nd down, quick throw, and this one is picked off. The Rams defense showing out early with a safety from Dex and a red zone interception from Jemsta. And they will go right back to work as the Rams catch the Huskies lacking in an offside call. And it will not be an offside call due to official error on the whistle. So we will redo 1st down. Jem will run right up the middle, get a couple blocks, and bounce his way to the 25-yard line for a gain of 10. Rams looking to come out early and make a statement. Here's a throw, tight throw, Subi with the catch. Along the right sideline, going to get to the 47-yard line. Great throw by Jem. Able to thread the needle. Jim with a new fresh set of downs. Going to back all the way to the 10-yard line, looking to go inside his own end zone. Going to throw the check down to Lad McConkey, and he's got it. Armando grinds immediately with the tackle, but not before he picks up 10. Rams playing with good pace here on offense. Jim on second down, looking for a lane from Dex. Has not gotten too much from Dex so far. He's going to throw once again to Kunsa, and this one's incomplete, out of bounds. Great defense there from Pazgaz, the long-time veteran. And not just OFL, but Roblox football in general. There's a lot of players on this field that have been around for a very long time as Jem runs right up the middle. Another run mid for 4, and it's 4th down in inches. It looks like the Rams are going to go for it. Jemsta fakes the run. Going to roll out to the right. And he's got a wide open man in the middle. Does not want to take it. Said he got another open man. That's Jurissi. And he gets some extra yards after a missed tackle from Mateo and gets a quick block. And Wavy makes the tackle, but not before. He picks up 20 and gets the Rams inside the red zone. Here's Jimsta. Minute 7 to go in the first quarter. Still a 2-0 game following the safety from Dex and the pick from the quarterback. Jimsta on first down inside the 19. Fix the sack, and there it is. 15 Zev finally gets to Jimsta. And that is only the second sack allowed this season from Dex. So a second down and very long. 2nd and 44 for the Rams. You need to pick up some sort of ground here after the sack. Here's a throw along the sideline. Lag warning possibly. And there is Struggle Flame. The new pickup from the Rams picked up today at noon. Trogla Flame playing in the mid-wide receiver spot. And Wavy, the deep cornerback, is lagging like crazy. So a great pickup there to set up a 3rd down and manageable here at the 10-yard line. Jimstone on 3rd down. Will throw back end zone in the corner, and it's caught. Touchdown, Millikan. Cardi Dread with his 3rd touchdown of the season. And they finally called a lag warning on Shifty. That's Wavy, the deep corner. But it does not matter on that play, as the Rams look to make it a 2-possession game. See if the Huskies can possibly recreate their success. Last time, they're going to go for 2. They're going to fake it. And they got 3 people wide open, and it is Cardi Dread once again making the catch to make it a 10-0 game in favor of the home team Rams. Halo Sports Network, Tier 4, OFL. We will not be right back. We're still here. There are no commercials. Right now, I do not do this for money, but it would be nice. Huskies 100% need to fill up some ground here, falling 10-0 off of some bad miscues from both quarterbacks, KW and Mateo. As here is the kick. 15 Zev going to receive it and roll right out to the left, looking for some blocks. Gets a couple and gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And fake touchdown because the ref wants to call that. So Mateo with 25 seconds left in the first quarter we're going to get another chance to answer. Of course, an empty set here because nobody really uses running backs anymore. Good blocks from the tight ends as Mateo, but he's under pressure. What a great lane there from 15 Zev. And somebody has a ball. So that will cause some sort of confusion, and it will be an AA warning. So an admin abuse, 15-yard penalty for the Huskies. So instead of decent field position, they're going to start behind their own 20. 16-yard line for the Huskies. Almost right where they were when the safety happened. So first down and 30 this time for the Rams. Mateo going to roll out to the right, get some decent blocks. He's going to throw to the sideline past the 50 and incomplete. Intended for Armando Grimes. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. 10-0 in favor of the Rams. Jemsted and his team are off to a hot start here on the Halo Sports Network. Back here for the second quarter, Mateo looking to drive his team down the field after yet another miscue on KW. Second down and 30. As Mateo roll inside his own end zone. Out route, Lil Tay, incomplete. Mateo has been unable to find anything this drive. Let's bring up a third down and very long. They need the 47 for a first down. Fourth down and 6 is not an auto punt. Mateo, great block there from Zev. Mateo, all the time in the world, going to throw to the sideline, nut drag. If he gets a block, he'll be good. He could get the first down here. He does. And just a little bit more as the Huskies cross midfield and into Ram territory. Great yards after catch by nut drag. Mateo did have a couple wide open people here, but he chose the check down, and it worked out anyway. Mateo on first down after the great play by nut drag. And he will throw deep ball to the corner. He's got him. Armando Grimes. Touchdown, Highland Huskies. Mateo to Armando for a 49-yard strike. And the Huskies are back in business. Or in business in general. And Lil Tay will be your holder. Correction 14, Rob. And they will go for 2. Looking to make this a 2-point game. Mateo splits. Great lane there by Zev. All the time in the world. He's going to throw. Lil Tay. Was he an L? He wasn't eligible. Another tough break for the Huskies as Lil Tay went out of bounds before the ball went into the air. Huskies are definitely stating their case, saying it happened, saying he went out of bounds after the ball was in the air. Awaiting the replay from the official. And nothing there from Cassius. He'll send it up to New York. The fellows up there will confirm the call down here for this game. Still no commercials. I mean, I don't do this for money, so we gotta. And after further review, it is good. So Lil Tay was out of bounds after the ball was thrown. 2-point game. Still in favor of the Rams, but the Huskies putting up a great answer for that Millikan touchdown. Here's the kickoff. Cardi Dread will make the return out to the right sideline, inside the numbers. Mateo will make the tackle at the 30-yard line as we switch the sides and get a good look at all of the retired numbers from the Rams. Looking like the Boston Celtics of the OFL. As Jemsta will now look to answer. Throws along the sideline. Lad McConkey makes the catch and gets a couple yards after the catch to get a new quick set of downs. First down at the 46-yard line for Millikan. Jemsta on first down. Will quick throw once again. Kasubi, his tight end, will make the grab on the out route. And that will put them inside Husky territory across the 40 to the 36-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go in this first half. As the Rams look to extend their lead. Jemsta has a man open, back end zone. Trogla Flame, touchdown Rams. The newest signing for the Rams today, making his presence felt in this Tier 4 matchup. And the lead is back up to 8. Jemsta will make the kick, and it is good right down Broadway. 17-8 in favor of the Rams here on the Halo Sport Network. Here's a kickoff, 15 Zev, your return man. And Trogla Flame will make the tackle at the 39, so good field position for the Huskies once again. The books call this game pretty evenly matched. The Huskies come in as only a half-point favorite. And that's where I would have won as well, the Huskies being my pick. Still have plenty of time to make that come true, though. Mateo on first down. He's going to go for the deep ball. Looking for Rob, and incomplete. Great play there by Cardi Dread. Able to save what would have been a moonshot. Second down for the Huskies, and Mateo will fake the run up the middle, raw to the right. Has all day, great lane. He could run, he will. Takes off, outside the numbers, cuts back, gets a block. Mateo has a chance at a first down, and he'll get it after a big hit from quarterback to quarterback. Jim making the tackle, but not before. Mateo picks up 16. Mateo will run once again. Make a couple men miss. One more. McConkey takes him down for a gain of 11. Mateo, Dex gets free. But Zev picks him up. Mateo throws it, nothing. He might have wanted Armando, but he was jammed pretty much immediately, even before it was thrown. And as Jelly said, there's just not a lot of separation going with the Huskies. Hopefully I'll be able to get a halftime report here through, if they don't skip real quickly, as we will come up to the 2-minute warning, and Mateo just throws the ball. Nobody in the vicinity. And they are calling intentional grounding. So a loss of down and down at the spot. 4th down and 21. An obvious auto punt. This Huskies team has been plagued by injuries. I mean, miscues this entire game. And I will get to that at halftime. Here's a punt from Mateo. Kunsa will make The grab and lat it all the way almost into the stands. So that will go probably around right here. And the official will mark it down at the 27-yard line. Jepsta up the middle for a gain of 2. Jepsta and the Rams looking to make one last stand. Score one more time for half. He's going to go deep this time. Incomplete. His receiver didn't even jump. Could not see who that was for. But it looked like he threaded the needle once again. I think that was Kasubi on the sideline, but was not able to connect with his quarterback. Gem on. It is 3rd down now, and here's Cardi on the flash right at the 1st down marker, and he'll pick up 15 and a new set of downs for Millikan. Under 2 minutes here in the first half. Rams are going to go the distance once again. Jemsta looking for the long ball once again. Kasubi, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Millikan. Jemsta able to let it fly once again, and Warren Kasubi 54 yards on the touchdown grab. And according to Vegas, can't really call it too much of an upset with the Huskies only being half-point favorites. But I would have seen this as sort of an upset, in my opinion, as the Rams are going to go for 2 once again. They're going to allow it to McConkey on the 2-point try. Give themselves a little bit more room. McConkey to the left corner. And it is caught. Gunsa to extend the lead to 17. And the Rams are rolling here on this Thursday night. A minute 44 to go in this first half. The Huskies will get one more shot to answer as it rolls out of bounds, rolls in the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams will receive the ball to start the second half as well, so they are in great position here in this game. Mateo looking to get some sort of momentum before the half. Have not heard from many of his top receivers as there's Smiz. Great pick there from Luck, and Smiz will pick up a 1st down along the right sideline. Clock is rolling on this new set of downs for the Huskies. Mateo gets a good lane from Zev. All the time in the world, 15 Zev has been great in the trenches for the Huskies. And a check down here to Luck Lover. Hurdles a man and is tackled for a gain of 12 by McConkey, the man he attempted to hurdle at the 43-yard line. 70 seconds to go in this half. Mateo looking to run, and he is stood up. McConkey read it all day. 3rd down and short for the Huskies. And I'm lagging. Mateo rolls out, and that is a tackle for a loss. The Rams' second big signing of the day, T-Rex. Have not seen him that much in OFL. Seen a lot of action from T-Rex on OCFA. But this is my first time seeing him in OFL as he gets the big play for 4th down. And they have to go for it here. As Mateo has it on 4th down. He's got a man wide open down the field. To the middle. And he's going to hit him Smith 6. Right along the right hash. I could quote Jelly once again, a bucket from Mateo. And with 26 seconds to go, the Huskies are in prime position to make one last score before halftime. With 20 seconds to go, Mateo will fake the run, and he'll throw to the corner, and it's caught. Touchdown, Highland. Paz Gaz is there in the corner to make the reel, the catch, and the touchdown. And the Huskies have something to go into the halftime break with. Awaiting a snap for the extra point. And here is, nope, Mateo's going to go for 2. Great stack there from the Rams. Mateo going for 2, pressured, and he will not get it. Picked off in the corner of the end zone. So the lead for the Rams will stay at 11. Now the Rams still have 13 seconds to go the distance of the field to either get a field goal or go the distance and score a touchdown. 13 seconds and 3 timeouts as this kick will go in for a touchback. Or will it be put at the 40? It might have hit the corner before it bounced in the end zone. So, yep, they will start it at the 40. So, great field position for the Rams with 13 seconds to go. Jemsta needs to make a throw. He doesn't want to toss it. Throws it, and this one is picked. Armando Grimes reads that one like a book. And the Huskies will have one more chance to score going into halftime. This could be a monstrous momentum swing. Here is Mateo. Gonna throw to the end zone. Says a prayer, and it is caught! Luck Lover in the end zone, boosting over everyone. Touchdown, Highland. Shades of my second career OFL touchdown. A halftime toss-up in the last game of season 43. Not to toot my own horn. My first game at receiver having 2 touchdowns, one being a halftime toss. And Luck Lover will catch it once again on the 2-point try. Is he in? The ref will go to the replay booth to see if the ball was in bounds. And they did call it in. So, as I said, a monstrous halftime momentum swing. It was 25-8 at the 2-minute warning, after the 2-minute warning, and now it is only a 3-point game. Tier 4 will have some great games. And what I wanted to say at halftime was the Huskies really haven't had any of their top receivers. They haven't seen a 14 Rob, and up until that drive, they haven't heard of a Luck Lover. And their top tight end, Watson Santana, and top defensive end is not the game at all. As right after this, I will take a look. If Watson was here, I would want to take a look at this graphic here in the trenches. Dex and Watson was my matchup that I wanted to look at. Dex only allowing 1 sack, and Watson having 3 sacks on the season. But of course, there is no Watson. Your defensive ends are 15 Zev and the Smiz. As the Rams receive the ball at halftime. And Jemston needs to get this large lead back as he throws. And this one is picked off again. And who else but Luck Lover? The past 5 minutes of real time has been all this man. Luck Lover, a.k.a. Kane Football, pretty much an old head in OFL. He's turning back the clock in season 48. As Mateo on first down has room to run, he'll throw, and 14 Rob once again right over his head. The second time that Mateo has missed his top receiver on the season, 14 Rob. And now after this, the Huskies can go from a 17-point deficit to a lead in less than 4 minutes of game time, without onside kicks in the fourth quarter or anything. I don't want to speak too soon. Mateo backed up. He's going to throw the check down to Armando, who had the first pick. Armando will pick up 10 yards on a second down to bring down a third down, and very manageable. The Huskies can tie the game here with a field goal if all else fails. And it looks like Chasey Vert is now in the game as well. Not on the field yet, but he is in the game. Mateo will look to pick up the first down, and he will. After a missed tackle, he will bounce out inside the 32, the 31-yard line. Great run by the veteran quarterback. Mateo on first down. Looks to have a clean pocket. 15 Zeb looks to make a little lane here. He'll throw to the corner once again. Armando. And it falls incomplete. There have been a few passes from Mateo this game that have just been right over the receiver's head. And it's always an ISO contested one. A lot of ISO ball being played here by the Huskies. Need to play with some teamwork. Mateo on second down, going to throw to the check down, but it will roll before Armando can make the grab. Currently only have 5 other viewers here in the chat. I want to say thank you for tuning in. I never really have too many people tuned in. And again, this is a Tier 4 game. A lot of people want to go see Siege and Lamont and all those guys play. But we're here broadcasting some Tier 4. As Mateo on third down, great throw. But Chasey Vert is pushed out of bounds. Great defense there by Kunsa, as that will force a field goal attempt from the Huskies, which is not all bad in this scenario, given that they can tie the game. The hold, the kick, and Jemsta makes the swat off a great stack. Mateo is unable to be patient. And Jemsta might look for a little return here. Jemsta gets a block inside the 45 of the Huskies. Great play, great return by the quarterback to preserve the lead for the Rams. And tremendous field position so they can extend said lead. Jemsta on first down for the Rams at the 43-yard line. Has time to throw, throws it deep. Togla Flame dives, and he is in. Togla Flame over Mateo. Makes the grab inside the 10-yard line. First and goal for the Rams. And they are moving once again after they have swung the momentum in their favor. That's Jemsta on first down will run right up the middle. Instantaneous tackle from 2 Huskies. will fake the run, look to get a lane there from Dex. He should have taken that lane, but it doesn't matter. Cardi Dread is wide open. A back end zone touchdown, Millikan. Cardi Dread's second touchdown of the game. This one comes from 6 yards out. And the Rams will look to make the lead double digits once again. Jemsta's kick up and good. And the lead will go back up to 10, 32-22, with 2:41 to go in this third quarter for the Rams. Huskies made a great attempt to steal the lead from the Rams. But Millikan in this kick is way all over the place, as Chasey will take it right across the 25 to the 26. As Mateo on first down needs to get this drive started strong. They're losing their momentum once again. And he'll throw along the fold there. 14 Rob, and there he is. After a few missed attempts from Mateo, he finally hits his number one receiver, 14 Rob, his 7th reception of the season. And after that, he has 267 yards on the year, 3 touchdowns, and a whopping 33 yards per target. Shades of Alec Pierce of the Colts, as Mateo will take off. Another solid run here by Mateo, getting some blocks, as Troglodyte Flame will finally make the tackle at the 30-yard line to bring up a 2nd down and 7. For those of you guys in the chat, man, I want to hear you. This is a whole commentary thing, but I want to see what some people have to say, as Mateo's under pressure here by Dex, the rookie. And he will throw it away, overthrows Smiz. Not even a throwaway, he just misses. And that's what you've seen from Mateo these past several seasons. Mateo under pressure on these DPP, Tier 4, Tier 5 teams. He's just not able to hit the mark in clutch moments sometimes. I love Mateo. As on 3rd down here, Mateo will look to hit that fold, and Chasey Vert will make the catch, but he'll be tackled just short of the 1st down. He caught the ball mid-air, but when he attacked forward, it brought him right back over to negative. So now it is 4th and inches. Rams will look to make a stand here. Mateo fakes the mid. Looks to throw back end zone. Chasey Vert. What a play by Jemsta to prevent the sure be touchdown on 4th down. And this is a Jemsta legacy game. And not just at quarterback. He has a pick, a field goal swat, and that big defensive play to give them the ball back as he hits Kasubi on the out route to get them to midfield. Another 1st down grab by Warren Kasubi, his outside receiver. Armando Grinds on the coverage, has an interception, but has not done much. Just kidding, that was Luck Lover on the coverage, I believe. Jemsta on 1st down, minute 14 to go in this 3rd quarter. He has time, goes deep once again, and Kunsa makes the catch. The tight end decides to go deep, and it pays off. 43 yards on the strike from Jemsta to Kunsa, and they are inside the 10 for another 1st and goal. And the Huskies have just not had an answer at all besides the 2 turnovers. It's either turnover or touchdown, it seems, for the Rams. And Jemsta, a little bit of lag there from a couple of the Huskies, but it'll go. Jemsta will throw the end zone. Troglodyte Flame, and it is incomplete. Great play there by multiple Huskies defenders, mainly Chasey Vert. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Rams looking to extend their lead, already have a 2-possession lead. Gemsta on second down will roll back inside the hashes. Looking to get a lane from the rookie, and 15 Zev fights it off. Under pressure, throws back end zone. Almost picked off by 14 Rob. Did not land in bounds. Dangerous throw by Gemsta. A couple dangerous throws so far. But none of them have seen the backfire yet. Third down and goal. Huskies need a turnover here. And they will not get it as Kunsa on the JP throw, and it is another Millikan touchdown. It looks like the Huskies are making an argument for a false start call. And they might get the review since it is a scoring play. So hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Another review will be sent up to New York, as scoring plays will not be challenged, of course. Throw away, ball to center. Seven viewers here on the stream. Hopefully we can get another ping in the fourth quarter if it gets close once again, and it will be a false start. The line of scrimmage will be moved back, and the -10 on the 10-yard penalty. So the Huskies catch a break after the sure touchdown throw to Kunsa. Instead, it will stay, for now, a 10-point game. Huskies still needing a stop here and definitely need a turnover. Gemsta's thrown two picks. And this one is to Jewy. And Mateo instantly makes a tackle. And now the Rams have a decision to either go for it or take the points. And the game rule is saying auto field goal. And that is what they will run here. And it is up and good. I had to make sure to screenshot it, but I didn't get it in time, but there was a false start on Troglaflame. He was 100% on the line of scrimmage, but I do not remember the ruling if it's auto no good or if it's a -10. So while we wait for the ruling, I want to talk about how the Huskies can get back on track here. If it is an auto no good, Mateo will have 5:09 of game time to get this 10-point deficit back. And they haven't taken a lead this entire game. They still need a lead. They are without their third receiver, Watson Santana, and their best defensive end. So obviously playing without him. Didn't have Mateo for this first drive that led to the safety. They haven't gotten 14 Rob involved a lot, but Luck Lever has been an insane impact going into that halftime period. And with the Huskies, I've seen a lot of ISO ball. They need to play as a team more. They need to set more picks. And Mateo misses the swat. And the field goal is up and good. So it will be a 13-point lead. The false start does not matter. but it is still a 2-possession game. The Huskies have all the time in the world to get this lead back, but they need to lock in. As that ball will sail out of bounds, hit the crossbar. Crossbar challenge from the kicker, Jemsta. But that will set up the Huskies well at the 40-yard line. Maybe once it gets back to a 1-possession game, we'll get another stream ping. Tier 4 football here on the OFL Halo Sports Network, Season 48 of OFL. Mateo will roll back, pressured by Dex here. Last play of the third quarter, we'll just throw the short to Armando, makes the catch. It'll get a first down. Subi and Trog are there on the tackle. We will go into the fourth quarter. Huskies down 13, but looking to drive down the field to bring that lead down as they need to. Loser will surely go down to Tier 5. The winner will have a chance to stay in Tier 4 depending on point differential. Mateo going to the end zone. He's got a man. It's 14. Rob makes the catch. Touchdown, Huskies. And Mateo and the Huskies come out into the fourth quarter, guns a-blazing. 43 yards goes Mateo to 14 Rob. And I mentioned he was not involved as much in the first half, but there he is. That is his 4th touchdown of the season on only his 8th catch. And he is surely over the 300-yard mark on the season as well on only 8 catches. As the kick was up and good, and an onside will be called early here in the fourth quarter. Oh no, onsides, you moron. I'm going to try to get another game ping. I'm going to DM Corey again. As Mateo on the onside kick here it is, and Jemsta will recover for the Rams. I'm going to DM Corey real quick. 1 possession. And Jemsta will throw to McConkey. McConkey has daylight. It is a foot race to the end zone. McConkey to the 5. And finally tackled by 14 Rob. But not before he picks up 41. And Jemsta will run up the middle for a gain of 2. To bring up a 2nd down and goal. And the Huskies are right back in the situation they were in before. Jemsta rolling. The run is not there. Backed up by Smith 6. He will throw, and it is caught. Trugla Flame in the back of the end zone. An absolute laser from Jemsta as the Rams extend their lead once again. Answer right back on the Huskies. And the Rams will go for 2 here to make it a 14-point game. Awaiting the throw from Jemsta under a little bit of pressure. Throw to the end zone. Might be a little short, and it is. Luck Glover picks it off anyway. So it will stay a 12-point game. 4:27 to go in the fourth quarter. 41-29 in favor of the Rams. I'm going to put it into... Just put it into OFL General once again. So the Huskies needing to answer, hopefully real quick once again, as they only get 3 onside kicks. Do remember that. 14 Rob takes the kickoff to the 26-yard line. Here's the thing. If the Huskies score again, they need to worry about their onside kicks. They cannot be letting up any more scores to the Rams at all if they burn their onside kicks, because they only get 3. But we will get to that if they score once again. As Mateo will go back to work at his own 26-yard line here on first down. Dex has been applying instant pressure a lot. He will throw, and look, Glover will make the catch along the sideline inside Rams territory. McConkey in coverage. A gain of 35. As the Huskies look to make up ground early in this drive, as they have plenty of times. Both teams have done it plenty of times, actually. Gotten to the red zone quickly. Mateo, first down. Luck Glover once again gets a block, and he is in. Touchdown, Highland. His second touchdown of the game, and this one might turn out to come in big, as the lead is down to 6 once again for the Huskies. And the kick is up, and it is good. And we will surely get another onside kick, possibly. They get 3, so I would assume they might want to use 1 here. Looks like they're going to opt to kick it deep, actually. Mateo's defense has gotten 2 interceptions already, and he will hope to trust it once again here in the clutch. As off the quick kick, Troggle Flame will take the ball over to the 32-yard line, right at the 30-yard mark. And Jemsta has been deemed a meme quarterback, a meme player, but this is where it all comes in big. Here in the clutch as he hits Dewey here on the sideline, and he has plenty of room, looking to get a couple of blocks. Says 14 Rob will finally make the tackle, but not before he picks up 37. And again, the first couple plays of the drive, both teams have been able to pick up yards instantly and get into opposing territory, if not the red zone. And this Huskies defense is being put in trouble almost instantly again, as a 20-yard rule is in effect. Jemsta will go to the end zone and incomplete. Chasey Vert and Kasubi in the corner of the end zone on the incomplete throw. Jemsta on second down, 3:37 to go in the game. In regulation, check down here to Juicy, as he will pick up a first down inside the red zone for the Rams. Huskies being put in the same position 3 possessions in a row here. Getting put into the red zone almost instantly. Jemsta on first down inside the 20. Going to run up the right hash, and he'll be tackled by Armando as he will pick up 3. A field goal would be helpful here for the Huskies. It would keep it a 1-possession game. A touchdown is obviously worst-case scenario here, but a field goal would still work. As here's the throw, Cardi Dread, and he just waltzes right into the end zone past Chasey Vert. Touchdown, Millikan. A touchdown from 12 yards out. doing his best Messi impression. Cardi Dread has a hat trick here on Thursday night OFL primetime football. And here they will go for two once again. 11-point game. And go right up the middle and incomplete. So the Huskies will need to do the same thing again. They will need to quickly go up the field once again and score. And this time they really do need to use an onside kick. They chose to kick it deep to give less field position for the Rams, and it did not matter. And another kick out of bounds for Jemsta. One of his teammates said he's done it 6 times this season, so make that 7. 6-7. I'm so professional. And Mateo and the Huskies need to answer quickly once again as we approach the 2-minute mark, under 3 now. Mateo will mid-split. Good lane there from Zev as Mateo has some room here, and he will go deep to the corner, and it is... Was he in bounds? He was not. Another great play by Jemsta. Going deep for Chasey Vert immediately. First play of the drive, but Jemsta has made his presence felt. As I said, a legacy game. Legacy game for the kid. As Mateo on first down, or second down, following the incompletion. Under pressure by Dex, he will throw, and the catch from Armando Grinds. But a lag warning will be called on Chasey Vert. So they will get the first down, but they'll lose 5 yards. Mateo on first down, looking to get a block here from Zev. He'll throw along that sideline. Luck Lover is there to make the catch along the right fold. And the Huskies are inside the red zone, hoping to reach pay dirt and answer for the third straight possession on the Rams, as it has just been back and forth. A shootout here in Tier 4. Approaching the 2-minute mark in regulation. Throw back end zone, incomplete. Intended for Luck Glover and 14 Rob. Sam on second down avoids the sack, and there he is. There is the sack. T-Rex, mentioned before, signed to the Rams today at about noon, and now has himself a sack in a big moment of this game. Third down and long for the Huskies now. Mateo looking to get a lane. He gets it. Sev looks to keep it. Mateo to the line of scrimmage. Throws. Pazgaz is not there. That was a miscue from the receiver. He surely would have been there to make the catch. He cut out ever so slightly as he was just about to catch the ball. And the Huskies have to go for it. Field goal will only make it an 8-point game. I mean, they could have taken the field goal, but they're going to go for it. Mateo to the corner, and it is picked. Who else in the game but Cardi Dread has the hat trick and now an interception, his third on the year. And in sure fashion, Mateo throws a clutch pick as Jem will run outside the numbers on the left and pick up 3. You can almost compare Mateo in the clutch to Phillip Rivers. You can compare him to Phillip Rivers. His defense lets up a touchdown, and then he throws a pick to throw the game. And I am one of the biggest Phillip Rivers fans. Dadgummit. So here's Jimsta. On second down, Kunsa will pick up the first down and plenty more, as Pazgaz will make the tackle at the 33-yard line to pick up 14. Rams looking to burn some clock here, as approaching the minute mark. But the clock will stop with the 20-yard rule. Check down here to Cardi Dread, and it is incomplete. Great player on defense there by Lucky Lever. Huskies still have a chance here. It might have been a little early to make the Phillip Rivers assumption. But you definitely can still say it about Mateo at times. Gemstone, second down, under a minute. Throws, caught by Kunsa. Kunsa gets a first down. And 14 Rob makes the tackle, but not before. He picks up 20 and a big first down. Huskies still have not called a timeout yet. But the Rams will not burn any clock. They will continue to move plays. Gemsta pressured, throws along the sideline, and it is picked. Armando Grimes has his second. And that could turn out to be a huge mistake by Gemsta and the Rams, electing to not run the clock down and run plays. And Gemsta throws his third pick of the game, as Mateo has 40 seconds to score twice. He is pressured. Mateo, minus walk speed, throws the check down to Chase Evert, and he'll walk out of bounds inside Rams territory to the 44-yard line. So 28 seconds left. Mateo on second down, mid-split. Great block there from Zev. They need a touchdown here. Everybody's in the end zone. He's going to throw. Back end zone. 14 Rob. Over a defender and caught. 14 Rob. A grown man's catch and a grown man's touchdown. And the Huskies, with 17 seconds, have life here in Millikan. However, they will review for a stack, as the Rams were calling for it. If a stack is called, jump ball doesn't count for stacks, by the way. And I hope the official remembers that, because they just changed the rule that stack calls do not matter on jump ball situations. If they are arguing about that. We'll see what the official notices anything. But if there is a stack, that would definitely be a big blow to this game for the Huskies. With one last gasp. Yeah, they put a whole announcement in the OFL server. It didn't affect per the new rule. So the touchdown will stand, but they will get minus 10. I just said go for 2. I would probably want to go for 2 here, and he will. If they can get it. Mateo mixing. Throws to the corner, jump ball once again, and it is picked off by Warren Kasubi. So nonetheless, we will obviously get an onside call for the Huskies. I'm not gonna beg for a game ping unless they get this. This game started out to be a blowout for the Rams, 25-8 as we were approaching halftime. But then 2 quick scores by the Huskies and just a shootout in the second half has turned this into a thriller. Huskies looking for the onside. Here it is. And looks to be, he got it. 14 Rob. The Huskies get it. I need to get the repost here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. The Huskies have new life with 17 seconds to go. Mateo on first down throws. Smith 6. Quick grab here, needs to go out of bounds. And he will with 6 seconds. They could have just went down. But one last chance. Here for Mateo and the Huskies. 6 seconds to go here in Millikan. Mateo sees the ball. A quick throw, incomplete. But there is a dive behind the line of scrimmage, so that'll back him. Oh, it was before the play. It was before the play. He might have went false start, though. So that will go right up to the referee booth. And nobody's really joined. And it is a false start on Chasey Vert. But, ladies and gentlemen, the Huskies have one last chance here, possibly. One last chance. Here's the snap. Mateo, as clock winds down. Great block there from Zev. Mateo to the 40. Back to the 30. Mateo has the time to the corner for the game. And it is intercepted. Cardi Dread breaks the Huskies' heart with his second pick of the game. Denies the comeback from the Huskies. Your final score, they are looking for a review for a stack. Unless he's trolling. He might be trolling. There is no review. GG's called. Your final score here, 47-42. The Huskies are more than certainly going down to Tier 5. We will look at the standings once again here for Tier 4. The Rams started out with a -3 differential. They now have, my math is right, they now have a +2. But that might not be enough to keep them in Tier 4. Rockford needs to lose by a lot for them to stay in Tier 4. But anyways, that is the game. Cardi Dread has a hat trick at receiver and has 2 picks, including the game-sealing one on the Hail Mary. to deny the comeback for Mateo and the Huskies. The Huskies won the toss-up at halftime, and it would have been poetic to get it to end the game as well. But of course, it did not happen. Not all things could come true. Jemsta with a phenomenal game on both sides of the ball, on all three sides of the ball, actually. Offense, defense, and special teams. Having a big pick, a big stop on defense, two big stops on defense, a swat on a field goal, and a great game at quarterback. And he played all right. He had 3 interceptions, one coming big with Armando. But anyways, your final score here, 47-42 in favor of the Rams. I'm Halo here on the Halo Sports Network. Thank you for joining the stream.